homebistro.com. Freshly prepared, home-delivered, restaurant-quality gourmet meals delivered straight to your home. Choose from over 50-plus gourmet meal options cooked by world-class chefs and delivered frozen, ready to eat within minutes and no commitment. Welcome to the one-shop gourmet food delivery, specializing in affordable options to eat right and feel great. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Every ingredient is handpicked to the highest standard. And why you should buy from homebistro.com? Restaurant quality, made with natural ingredients, delivered right to your door. Overnight shopping is available. Diabetic, paleo, heart health, and vegetarian options to eat. Doing business since 1999. Courteous, knowledgeable, and professional support. Complete PCI compliant SSL security ordering, and great meals. Choose from some of my favorite dishes: the Mediterranean chicken with orange honey sauce, the charbroiled chicken romesco, or the grilled chicken breast with sweet and spicy vegetables. No matter what you choose, you can't lose with homebistro.com. Eat great, feel good, and save some money with homebistro.com. Hit the link in the description section below for more information. Who that family? Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop too.
You're listening to the Pelicans post-game report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Coach, they made you work for every basket tonight. When easy baskets are that hard to come by, how difficult is it to overcome a deficit like 6 versus 17 made threes?
Well, yeah, and that's sort of where we've been lately. I mean, if you go back the last 5 or 6 games, we've been getting outscored 24, 25 points a game on average from the three-point line. I mean, it's hard, really, really hard. And the other thing is, you know, when you're not making threes, then they're doing things like, you know, at the end, just coming and doubling both Zion and Brandon wherever they are, not worried about anything else. So it's difficult. It's difficult.
In those situations where they're doubling BI and Z, how important is it for your other guys to step up and punish them for that?
Well, look, I mean, yeah, you need to move the ball and make some shots. I mean, it's not like we were turning the ball over. I thought their defense was good, but yeah, I mean, we weren't able to convert.
It kind of led into my next question, Coach. It was a pretty clean game. You only had 9 turnovers, and again, the shots defensively on Randle. When you put James Johnson out on him, I think that made it a little bit tougher on him because for the most part, he got his points, but he was not efficient in doing so.
But he got off to a great start. We put Steven in a tough matchup. Probably shouldn't have done that. And then he got too much space on some jumpers. It was his 5 threes. I mean, that hurt us. You know, look, I mean, the game, we can go to a lot of things and we made mistakes and they did some very good things and all of that. But the difference in the game is 3-point shooting. And I'm not, our 3-point defense wasn't good enough and our 3-point offense wasn't good enough. The whole game behind the arc was not good enough on our part.
Just Dan, first of all, when your team is in an outside shooting slump, is there anything you can say, or do you just chalk this up to the natural ebbs and flows of the season?
Well, we've got guys out that, shoot the ball. So we're playing guys whose shooting isn't their major forte. So, you have to deal with that.
Zion's used to playing, with multiple people coming at him, but I guess when he has as many bodies as he had coming at him tonight, I guess what's your message to him how to handle that and how to respond?
I told him he and I would watch film on it, and look, he made some really good plays, that we could have converted. He had the one to Najee under the basket, Najee to Jackson. We don't end up with anything out of it. I thought he and B.I. easily could have both had double-figure assist nights. Our guys are trying and playing hard. We got to be a little bit more efficient with our spacing. We've got to execute better with that and move the ball better. I thought we passed up some opportunities to play in transition. But we'll try to work on it and move forward.
Stan, is a night like this kind of illuminate how difficult this is without practice time? That, Zion's on the ball, they're doubling him, guys don't seem to be in the exact speed. It doesn't seem like it's something that you've been able to drill much, these scenarios where guys are getting surrounded and how to kind of react to it. Is that fair to say, or do you think that's just kind of everything?
I think that would be letting me off the hook a little bit for having them ready. But the biggest thing is you can only do that if there's not shooting on the floor. If you're spreading the floor with shooters, you can't do that stuff. You can make them pay. So, we got to be better, like I said, with our spacing and our ball movement, but we got to make some shots, and we haven't been making them for the last 5 or 6 games, and we've been fighting it out and finding ways, but tonight we couldn't.
First, just one word for me. With there specifically, is there anything you see in the offensive end besides just getting those catch-and-shoot threes to go down where he can help with efficiency a little bit?
Who are we talking about? Zion?
Eric.
Who?
Eric Bledsoe.
I didn't think he was quite as aggressive tonight. He's been pretty aggressive. He's been getting to the line. He's had games of 5-6 free throw attempts and been making them. I think that's been good. He's been aggressive. I didn't think he was quite as aggressive tonight, but I don't want to, after this game, be up here criticizing anybody. I thought our guys played hard. There's things we need to do better, but there's things I need to do better. We just got to get better and, try to work on the things we didn't do well. I'll tell you the other thing is we had some really good defensive possessions in the third quarter that we didn't finish off with rebounds. That's been a major strength of ours. And I thought, we could have done a lot better job on the glass in that third quarter. We got some things we got to do better. No question.
Coach, you get a chance to do them better against the same team on Sunday. Does that change how you digest this film and come back to this game since you have the Wizards in between?
Well, right now we'll concentrate on the Wizards and we'll come back and worry about this one.
And you mentioned before that Najee's earned his minutes by playing defense, but what do you like about what he's doing on the other end on offense to kind of make plays?
That's it. He's putting it on the floor, making plays. He's taking advantage of his opportunity. So I like that. He's doing a good job there, and we'll continue to see what he does the rest of the year.
Thank you, Coach. Well said.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the flock. Thank y'all for joining us. for this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report family. As the Pelicans, man, in this one, the Pelicans fall to the Knicks 116-106 at home. And what can I tell you? It was one of the situations, man, where it just didn't, the fourth quarter, man, was a major emphasis, in my opinion. He scored 17 points in the fourth quarter, struggled mightily there, and the 3-point shooting was obvious. You look at the free throws, but we should have beat the Knicks, man. We should have beat this team. But with that being said, I'm Big Q chiming in on this installment of the Pelican Post Game Report. Please feel free to strike upon the like button if you hadn't done so already. Please feel free to subscribe to the realest show covering your New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelican Post Game Report is the real deal in all things Pelicans. As we get going, I'm Big Q chiming in on this show. I'd like to thank all of the flock. Big ups to the flock for joining us as I bring my co-host DC in the building. What's going on, my brother? How you feeling tonight?
Nah, man, we got walked all over by them goddamn Knickerbockers. Them sneakers we was making fun of. They stepped all on our ass, bro. That's what's up.
How you got stumped on by an old ass shoe?
We wasn't flying. That's what the Pelicans was grounded. Kicked us all in our feathers.
All right, so the tail feather. But listen, anyway, let the family members know what your original answer. You heard what Coach Stan Van Gundy was saying. And of course, I was monitoring a lot of the flock and what the family members were saying about keeping IT. He should have been, re-signed. And I thought that should have been the case too. You should have kept him.
They got Nunley. Supposed to be this 3-point shooter.
Well, you didn't get none of Nunley tonight.
He played tonight. He played.
Well, I mean, not enough where it was.
He took 3 shots. He ain't make none of them. Nunley.
He got none of it. His name is his game. He get zeroly. That's what you call his ass.
You gotta give him. You gotta give him a few games to see what it is. But I mean, he's impressive for that league he came from. I mean, he was an MVP over there, and
so was Darius Miller.
500 something 3-point attempts.
So is Darius Miller.
Well, Darius Miller to me.
Don't talk about Darius Miller, DC. I'd rather you talk about Cam Reddish.
The dude got to a point where he was effective hitting the 3-point shot. I gotta give him credit for that. Now everything else you could talk about him till the cows come home, bro. But he couldn't hit threes before he tore his Achilles.
I have no discussion for Darius Miller.
See, all right.
It is not Miller time.
I see where this is going. But anyway, the Pelicans, man, they don't have that it thing, man. I don't know what you would call it, but it's I don't get excited watching them all the time, man. It's been very weird with the offense as I see them giving more effort on the defense. It's like our offensive stats they're stagnant, but I see them trying. They move the ball. They're not being selfish. They're doing a lot of different things, but we cannot hit our 3-ball, man. Our 3-ball is atrocious right now, man. I mean, it's beyond horrible. It's been very bad for probably about 4 games now. And this game, that 3-ball really came to bite us this time, man. I mean, they shot about 50% from 3, and we was like 28%. I know we're gonna get into the team stats, but that's huge, bro. I mean, we only made 6 3-pointers and we shot 28. So you can't win a lot of games doing that. And I thought the Knickerbockers, them goddamn sneakers, they actually
like a casual shoe.
They put their feet on the ground, man.
The old school church shoe.
Whatever type of shoe it is, they put their damn feet on the ground and put it on your neck because they played pretty good defense, man. I gotta give them credit. But the referees, man, in this game, it was so bad. They called a travel on Najee Marshall. Well, he didn't really travel. I mean, if you want to get technical, all right, he stopped and he slid a centimeter. I mean, but it's just a bullshit ass call, man. They called that. Brandon Ingram hit a 3 early in the game. They talking about his foot was on the line. The dude had a Shaq shoe away from the 3-point line, man, and they stole a point there. Julius Randle double dribbles. They don't call that shit. I'm like, come on, man, and don't get me on how they was hacking Zion. They was hacking the shit out of Zion today, bro. Zion damn near started flopping today, bro. They was hacking Zion today, but I mean that's a regular occasion. That happens all the time, bro. But it was like, man, it's just you got all of that going on, and you can't catch a break either. But I don't think the refs was the reason we lost this game. I just wanted to point that out. Like nobody was doing us no favors tonight. Nothing ain't fall our way, and it was one of them games. And I said it the other night, man. I didn't think it would be wise to think you were just gonna beat the Knicks twice. The Knicks are actually a good team this year with Thibodeau. They've changed a lot from what we know them to be, is like the laughing stock of the NBA. And they came in the Smoothie King Arena and put our ass in the blender and showed us.
Yeah, it was. Their forte is defense, and they're really building on that. And Julius Randle is really carrying his team on his shoulders, man. He had really good.
You think he had a great game? I don't think Julius. I mean, I understand.
I mean, he was 11 of 26, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
but
he scored 32 points,
but without his production, the Knicks. I mean, really, Julius Randle points. He led the team in Knicks in scoring. But you look at Burks off the bench with 20. What was it? 21 points that he threw in there. And then, of course, they did shoot 17 of 33 from downtown versus the Pelicans 6 of 28. So you had 17 3-pointers versus 6 3-pointers, which would make it 11 more 3-pointers. But the Pelicans did kind of equate that when they did go to the line. They converted 83% of their charity stripes, 20 of 24, where the Knicks were 11 of 13. So you could see the production of the 3-point shot as well as what they were doing there to help out. But when you have a 17-point quarter like what the Pelicans had, and with that fourth quarter, that's problematic. And like even Stan Van Gundy was saying that we were asking people to do things that wasn't their forte. That some of the guys that was trying to shoot the ball and they weren't a shooting team. So you would look at,
but
they weren't shooters.
Big
But
Q, why we don't have shooters, bro?
Bro, listen. Isaiah Thomas.
We been knew we needed shooters.
Isaiah Thomas should have been kept. That's my thing. Like,
They
I'm
talking
not
about
against.
they probably gonna bring him back.
They need to.
later.
But see, that's in retrospect, DC. Where's the vision? Understand that IT needs to be on this team for the rest of the season. He needs to be on it. You need to find a room to get him on this team, because you're going to need his scoring ability, because that's what he gives you, offensive firepower.
Right.
We could have used an additional, what he averages, 10, 11 points, maybe 12.
It was like 12 points, man.
We could have
he was
used that
averaging
tonight.
12 points hurt, coming off
Right.
the bench for other teams. He still was giving you 12 over there in Denver. He did that. I mean, it's not a super impactful 12 at this point right now, but I mean, the guy ain't been getting a lot of burn. He got to kind of getting back in the groove of things. I thought that first game he came out for us proved enough to me. I mean, he dropped like 12. You gave him spot minutes after that. He didn't do a lot with it. But when you gave him some minutes, I mean, the guy gave you 12 points. He had a little run for a brief second, maybe 3 or 4 possessions where he looked like IT in Boston, for a very short spurt of time. But for somebody coming off the bench, he's a scorer. He's going to get you that. And that's one of the main things we lack with our bench production. So much so that we got to keep staggering our goddamn starters. I don't think it was a coincidence. The one quarter where we didn't stagger, like the Pelicans looked so impactful in that was that the Cleveland game, I think, when they actually took Zion off the floor and Brandon Ingram. It was only for about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 3. But they played great without them out there. And I think that's to me, the next, I think, transition that we need to make. Staggering minutes is cool, but I just don't think it's necessary every goddamn game. Like, it's a reason that all teams in the league ain't doing this every game. Like, they don't stagger guys' minutes. Staggering minutes is usually like something I see them doing when the two players, they want to minimize the time they have on the court together because they do 2 of the same things. Like we seen it with James Harden and Russell Westbrook when they was trying to figure that out. They started to stagger those guys because they both kind of like point guards. So, and that worked for them. but way to get them in the playoffs. And a lot of other games it looked weird. But I think those Brandon Ingram and Zion need to play on the court as much as possible together. When they kind of do get in the rhythm or get it going, and you're taking one out and putting the other one back in, I don't know if that's the best move. We definitely can make it work because they're super talented, but I'm looking forward to seeing them running a legit second unit, man. And with that second unit, the one thing I think we missing at this point right now is a scorer. We don't have a legitimate guy that just get buckets on the second unit. I mean, that was NAW, but he hurt right now.
Yeah, it's troublesome to say the least, but we definitely need to look at improving upon our defense. That is, is even if you've seen a few of the shots that Burke was getting off, and you seen IQ and what they were doing, we most certainly have to do a better.
Does BQ.
Right, we got to do a better job at defense on these guys. They can't get walk up 3-point shots, and we got to do a better job of defending off the screens. And I mean, it's just it's a bunch of stuff going on here where we need a lot of help. And I know it gets tiresome after a while because we've been here doing we have like what 16, 17 games left in the season. So I mean, we're almost at a mark where we're 70-something games coming into the season soon. And sooner or later, the defense of keep saying it time after time, defending has to take a part here. If we were just 15% better at the defensive end, we would have had enough stops to beat this team tonight.
You don't think
shooting is.
I actually thought they played good defense tonight. I mean, I understand what the score say, but
no, I'm saying from you when I was watching the game and looking at it, like, man, that guy just comes down and he takes a wide open jump shot, and the guy running at him late. Now you seen a couple. Now they showing effort, but they're the effort. They're late to the recognize it. It's not proactive defense. It's reactive defense. Like they're not where they're supposed to do. They're running at the shooter, and the shooter's positioned already with his eye on the basket, and you running at him ain't gonna do him nothing. And then you see him knocking it down. So like we definitely need to improve upon the defense. So the family members saying some stuff.
Report think, man. I think it's they leave the wrong guys, with this scheme we got where they trying to help and switch everything. Like they pick the wrong guys to leave. It's almost like they don't really study the scouting report on their own. Like your coach will put you in a position to succeed, but sometimes you just gotta do stuff that maybe coach ain't tell you to do. He might not like that, but on this guy, like, man, I'm not switching off of him. This is 45% 3-point shooter. Normally, I'm supposed to switch according to what coach say, but I ain't leaving him. We have to figure out another way. But it's just stuff like that, man. They're young, and I don't think they have that. That's the James Jones, Steven Adams. You see him in Van Gundy face. Telling them stuff like, arguing with him about his scheme, telling them that ain't gonna work, for this guy, that guy. And I think a lot of times them young guys, they don't do that. They just, I'm turning up their effort, and coach say switch, I'm gonna switch him. I'm gonna run at him. Which you hear Stan Van Gundy talking. I'm not gonna criticize anybody. I think our guys played great tonight. They did what he was telling them to do, and it ain't work. So like you said, they got to look at some things, get better, switch up some stuff. And I think they're still in that place of figuring out, sometimes you got to tune your coach out sometimes on certain plays and just take over and do what you're supposed to do on instinct. And I don't know if they had that on defensive end. They definitely got it on offensive end.
Well, let's go into the team statistics right here. And as you can see, as I got them up on the screen there, Pelicans 40 of 88, 45.5% from the field today. The Knicks were 44 of 97 for 45.4, 17 of 33 from downtown for 51.5%. Pelicans was 6 of 28 for 21.4%. Knicks got to the line 13 times, converted 11 of them for 84.6 on the free throw. Pelicans got there 24 times tonight, converted 20 of 24, 83.3%, very good. 49 to 48 on the rebounds, advantage Pelicans. 25 to 19 on assists, advantage the Pelicans. 6-3 on the steals. Knickerbockers 5-5 is a straight shoot for both teams. 9 turnovers for the Pelicans tonight. Single-digit turnovers. Should have, like I said, 9 turnovers, very
That's
commendable.
usually always a victory for a single-digit turnover.
Right, just single-digit turnovers. The Knicks only had 6 tonight, so kudos to them. 8
Damn.
points off of turnovers, 9 by the Pelicans, 7 points off of those. And of course, you look at the fast break, 17-14 advantage Knicks, and of course Pelicans beat them up in the paint, 56-36, 20-point advantage. I thought that would, along with the low turnover ratio, help them get the W, but it did not. And of course, you see Pelicans were up by 5. Knicks kind of peeled away in this thing and took the lead and ultimately won by 10, 116-106. By looking at the team statistics, DC, what sticks out to you? Is it the 3-point shooting, or what you think?
What you think? You that's a self-explanatory question, bro. I mean, that's really what cost us the game. If you look at those 3-pointers and you start doing some numbers with the score, bro, the proof is in the pudding right there. Let's say if we just knock down 12 3-pointers, you know what I'm saying? If we just knock down 12 or 14, you know, that's 6-7 points right there. Right there. We went to the line, 24 times? If we get to the line our normal amount of times, which is about 29, 30, and, you know, there's still fouls left on the table when we get that. But I think that's about what we should get every night. If we won't be fair, honestly, they can't give Zion every foul, even though they hacked the hell out of him. But we should get at least 29, 30 attempts. So we get that 12, six 3-pointers out of 28. You got 12 out of 28. Then you're out them let's say 5 extra free throws, we make 3. What the score look like now? So it's right there, but I think that 3-point line killed us, bro. And it was 2 guys, Burke and Bullocks. Every time you turn around, those guys are hitting a 3, and you just can't leave them open. Obviously, they were trying to play good defense on Julius Randle, and he did a good job of facilitating, basically being their point guard. He didn't get a lot of assists tonight, but he got some hockey assists, that's for damn sure. And those guys wouldn't miss, man. And I don't know why we left them open. Okay, leave RJ Barrett open. We know we can leave Alfred Payton open. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose, I ain't crazy about leaving him open, but he ain't been the best 3-point shooter. But the 2 guys you couldn't leave open, they decided to leave open. And that was 8 3-pointers right there. Just out them 2. Quickly came in and did his thing, but, Burks and Bullocks, bro, killed us. We lost this game from 3-point line. Combination of, the refs and the Knicks also playing very good defense.
Yeah, I got the individual statistics chimed in. We're going to start with the Pelicans, then we'll move to, you pretty much covered the bulk of what the Knicks did. Top scorer for Ingram, 28 points for Ingram.
Talk about Julius Randle's magnificent game on low efficiency?
No need to. No need to. I don't think this is the show for that. I mean, you might want to turn on a New York Knicks show for that. 28 points.
They said we needed Zion. See, we didn't need Zion. Well, they going off right now.
28 points in 36 minutes for BI, 9 of 22 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown. Perfect from the charity stripe, 28.7 assists, 3 rebounds for the man. Zion, 25 points in 35 minutes. He was 10 of 19. Missed 2 3-pointers, and he was 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. He finished 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. He even had 2 blocks in the matchup for Zion. Najee Marshall slid back into the starting lineup for this one. And he had 14 points and 9 rebounds with 4 assists for Najee Marshall in 33 minutes. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown for Najee Marshall, as he's stepping his game up, playing defense, and even threw in 14 points tonight with the Pelicans. Steven Adams, 31 minutes, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists from Steven Adams in a matchup, 5 of 7 from the field. A lot of underneath board work for him. Chief Bleeding Sore continues to be a eyesore to what the Pelicans doing in the starting lineup. He played 27 minutes. He had 6 points. He was 3 of 7.
Don't throw him like that, bro.
0 for 3 clanks and building bridges with bricks. 0 for 3 from downtown for him.
Man, don't
6
do him
points.
Like The man only took 7 shots, bro. He made 3 of them. I mean,
Dude, listen.
I'm all
Hold
for
on.
telling the truth.
Hold on, bro. Listen, bro.
We
Come
can't
on
beat
now.
him
Cut this
upside
up.
the head. We ain't lose this game.
Listen here.
He damn sure wouldn't have won it because of him.
DC just revealed something, man. He just
I ain't
told on his
revealed
stuff.
nothing. I just don't think.
DC's revealing something that Eric Bledsoe is paying DC's water bill now.
He not
He
paying.
sent them a check.
If anything, Josh Hart be paying my water bill.
DC just got a check.
Josh Hart says, y'all shut the up. Talking about him. That's our guy.
Yeah, he know it's true talk. On somebody cussing like that, he wouldn't have to say anything. Look at the statistics. Yeah, prove his numbers are up.
I'm saying that because
Hold on, DC, before you get into that spiel to protect this man, before you start protecting your investment money.
I'm not protecting him, bro.
Let me say this.
This is not Cam Radishes.
How much money?
Protecting him.
How much money does Eric Bledsoe make? Could you let me know how much that is?
A pretty.
I don't want to hear pretty. I won't hear the exact number, sir.
A nice chunk of change. There you go.
How much exactly does he make?
That's the exact number.
Does he make $17-18 million a year?
It could be somewhere around there.
Okay, see, DC doesn't want to give the exact number because Bledsoe sent him a check. I can't beat him up tonight. I can't beat. He said that several shows ago. He can't. No, beat him up.
Well, the man played. The man had 26 points when I said that several shows ago.
DC, the man making $18 million, bro. Lonzo's missing. We could have used Eric Bledsoe's production in the matchup. He claimed 3 badly shot 3-pointers in the matchup. You know, he provided only 6 points. He's stuttering and stammering most nights. Not defensively speaking, decent performances on defense, but in nights like this, when
assist, that's crazy.
When nights
can't be a point guard not get an assist.
When nights like this, we need the $18 million veteran point guard Eric Bledsoe to show up. Is what I'm saying. We could have used a double-digit production. I'm not asking for the world, but we could at least got 12 or 14 points out of Mr. Bledsoe. Is all I'm saying. If you're making $18 million. When does it get to a point where I stop saying I'm not going to beat him up too bad. He's making $18 million a year. He should be doing better than this. And it's been repetitively, consistently poor performances on the offensive end. So I'm gonna let you have your spiel after and protect your investment. I don't want him to cancel the check. But all I'm saying is he's making $18 million.
That man had the second best plus or minus on the whole team, bro. He ain't have a turnover all night. All night, Q. He was dribbling. He ain't turned it over all night.
All right, Dick Gregory.
But nah, bro. I mean, he definitely didn't play. He didn't play very well.
All right, get him.
He didn't play very well because
he
he
one
was,
Reddish reference. I got one Redditch reference.
Yeah, because Big Q said I was riding with him. I told him this ain't Cam Radishes. This ain't the Radishes.
We got a Reddish reference. Go ahead, DC.
You can't put no radishes.
DC, go ahead and protect your guy. Chief bleeding sore.
You can't put no radishes on the bleeding sore that might sting. You can't do that.
Oh, that sounds awful too. You can't get blood from a turnip or blood from a radish.
But nah, man. I mean, he played 27 minutes. He played pretty good defensively. I see. I see why I stand.
Rob is a funny dude. You see what Rob said? Rob says Miss Benson survived the carjacking. You better get out of here. I mean, he said I know what she said, man, because you better get out of here. And then the dude ran off. You know, that's like your grandma laughing. You better get out of here. But listen, Rob says Miss Benson survived the carjacking only to be robbed by Bledsoe for $18 million. See, DC don't find that funny because that check is coming from cheap bleeding. So go ahead, DC, protect your guy. Go ahead, bro.
Man, all I'm saying is we ain't lose this game because of Big Chief Eric over here. You know, he obviously he should have took more shots. He only took 7 shots. He wasn't aggressive. That was a part of them being able to, box us in with that defense they had. So I gave that. I just wasn't about to punch him all up in the face. He had games way worse than this.
So that's why you're not gonna punch him in his face because he had way worse games than this.
Man, that's pretty messed up too. Because
oh my
he
goodness,
only had
terrible.
6 points. He only had 6 points and 3 rebounds. And I'm saying he had games way worse.
Damn, that's not good.
But
he took 7 shots. I'm saying DC
he took 7 shots, but
downtown though.
The man was out there hustling on defense, bro. I just gotta call it like it is. The man was hustling on defense. Bro.
$18 million. He out there hustling on defense.
It wasn't $18 million worth of hustle, but him and Najee Marshall definitely left me with something to be impressed about on the defensive end. I really seen that, like, damn, we the 28th ranked defense, man. There's no way, like, we really should be better than, like, we could easily be number 13. Like, I ain't gonna put us in the top 10. We could easily be number 13, 15 or something, bro. Like, we have the necessary pieces to be way better. And he was one of those guys, like, showing me that tonight. So maybe that's why I got a little bit of a soft spot. I was really feeling the Pelicans' synergy on the defensive end, but most of it is really Najee Marshall, man. That dude is doing a lot, and he's pushing other people to turn their energy up, man. It's kind of like you see Zion played pretty good defensively tonight. I mean, that's Julius Randle did get 32 points, but
But see, that's the thing. Is Zion was out there doing his thing. Zion almost had a triple double tonight.
What's popping?
He was 2 rebounds off of a double there, and he was 3 assists away from getting it there. He almost had a triple double tonight. So it's not Zion, but every now and again, family, we got to look at other people helping. Eric Bledsoe makes $18 million a season, man.
Hey,
I mean, he's $18 million. We need more offensive production from that man.
I'm not alone on the Radish Island. Mr. 100 said he wouldn't mind some radishes.
Oh man,
I'm not alone over here, man.
Right.
DJ said I can't talk about Nigel Marshall. DJ, I ain't saying nothing but good stuff. Dang, well, DJ don't want nobody messing with his two-way players, boy.
I told you about Najee. Just go to the bottom of the depth chart, point at the guy, and back him. DJ.
So wait, we gonna start here. DJ about to get us everything we need to know about Nunnally. DJ need to update us on Nunnally.
DJ don't give a shit about no Nunnally. He ain't go to the G League. Come on, man. You got to go to the G League to qualify for DJ to get DJ's backing. Come on there, DC. You know better than that. But anyway, let's move on. 13 points for James Johnson off the bench in 28 minutes. DC with 5 rebounds and a couple of blocks in the game. And, of course, the 17 from Jackson Hayes, 17 minutes from Jackson Hayes. He had 8.7 rebounds in the matchup and 3 or 4 from the field. KLJ struggled in this one. Really would have liked to had some production from KLJ. He struggled in this one. 21 minutes. He was 1 of 6 from the field or 2 from downtown. Only 2 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. And then, of course, Nunnally, the new pickup, he was in 9 minutes. The thing he was brought in to do, he was 0 for 3 doing. So he had a couple of rebounds in the game. So hopefully he rounds out. He's supposed to be a shooter.
Say Big Q, Till put a message in the chat that you got to read, bro. I'm gonna let him hear your voice on that, bro.
Okay, Till.
That is a hell of a stat. I ain't even know that.
Okay, what's up, Till? My dog Till in there. Big ups to all of the family members in the chat. VB Saints Pale Lady. What's up, baby? How you doing? Big ups to you and the rest of the family members. Till says the Pelicans are the first team to shoot under 25% on 3-pointers over a 5-game span this season. Pelicans are 29 for 120 for 24.2% in the last 5 games. That is absolutely horrible.
Wow.
And that is horrible. And Eric bleeding sore like sadness. That's very offensively, very terrible.
But we like 3 for 5, Q. We won 3 out of the 5 games like that.
Good grief, man. Lord. We got to improve. And we getting rid of IT.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. That's insane, man, how bad that is. But yeah, 3-game winning streak we just came off of. And, you know, and had we a little bit better defense and maybe Chief Bleeding Sore stepped up a little bit better tonight, and maybe Nunnally would have hit Summerly of his shots, we'd have been all right. So he could stop
Man, they
being
shot
Nunnally.
3 shots, man. We need to stop picking. You gotta stop picking on the little guys, Q.
So maybe if we could change his name.
Nunnally ain't making $18 million, Q.
Well, maybe we could change his name from Nunnally to Summerly, and maybe some kind of way he'll start making some goddamn shots because he ain't done nothing for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm for keeping
Summerly.
keeping IT, man. I mean, if anything, he was a little rabbit foot. We was playing good since we had IT. I don't know why they just give him another 10 day or something. Extend it out.
Do something. Cut Trey Langdon if you need money.
I don't know. They must feel very highly of Nunnally. So we got to see how this goes over the next couple of games.
Iceman, what's up, Iceman? Iceman says, DC, if you don't stop this nonsense, I'm gonna send you back to write them comic books.
What nonsense, bro?
Taking money from Bledsoe. That's what you're doing.
I wouldn't dare do such things. My integrity is way too high for that.
Yeah. You I ain't gonna pick on him too bad tonight, Q.
I'm not. He wasn't the reason we lost.
Okay, DC, $18 million, 6 points, no assists, 3 rebounds. He ain't the reason. He ain't the sole reason, but $18 million puts you up there.
What did he give you on the defense?
No, you did it wrong. You did it wrong. You did what the hell you did? What the hell was that? You up chucking something? You got
I did an extension.
I don't know what the hell that was. It was totally wrong. But anyway, let's look at the Knicks numbers.
How many points did he prevent, though? Huh?
DC obviously not a lucky you lost by 10. So, he
wasn't because of Bledsoe.
I hear you, brother. 32 points in 42 minutes, Dick Gregory. 21 points from Burks in the matchup, 16 from Bullocks, man. And it was a bunch of Bullock because the bottom line is 4 of 7 from him from downtown, 4 of 7
That's right. VP Saints Pels lady said, stop counting that man money, Big Q. That's not very manly, bro. Look at other people's pockets.
No, y'all know how the game go. It's the same thing when people say, Q, is Lonzo Ball worth $20 million? And people say, no, he's not. But we going to sit up here and pay Eric Bledsoe $18 million. But Lonzo ain't worth $2 more million. But we going to justify Bledsoe. And it's all about the money, family. Y'all know that. Big money means you got to produce. And if you don't produce, guess what? People going to point that out. You make it too much money to be a non-factor offensively speaking. We're not just paying for a defensive acumen from Bledsoe. Bledsoe has to step up and provide production offensively when nights like Lonzo is missing and you have players that's not there. He's a veteran that's been in the game for a while. He has to produce. $18 million, almost $20 million a year means that he must produce consistently, and he is guilty of not producing consistently balanced wise. Defensively, he'll show up and have decent outings, but offensively speaking, on nights like this against New York, we could need offensive production from Eric Bledsoe. So that's what it's coming down to. That's why the money is such a big thing. We have to be, if you want the 158 like BI, you got to be an all-star. Zion making top dollar. $18 million from a point guard like Eric Bledsoe also means he must produce. He must produce. And we ain't talking about 8 or 9. We're not talking about 8 points a game. If you're making $18 million, you should be in double digits averaging every night. And if your shot's not falling, attack the cup. Bledsoe's a physical guard. When he knows if your shot's not falling, you got to get to the cup. And I think that's another thing the Pelicans were guilty of in this game. Shooting 6 of 28 from downtown. And Stan Van comes out in the press conference and says, well, we had guys doing things, shooters that they're not really shooters. But if that's the case, if the shot's not falling and it was 6 of 28 from downtown from the Pelicans, why are we still shooting them? Why are we not just attack the damn cup? Like that's good basketball IQ.
Big Q, they built the fucking wall, bro. I mean, what do you want us to do?
Against themselves. They put themselves behind the wall.
Nah, they ain't put themselves behind the wall. The Knicks was actually playing pretty good defense, man. I mean, I've seen the Pels tonight several times. They was trying to penetrate, man. They couldn't get nothing going. I ain't never seen Carroll go in the lane and come back out on the other side so many damn times, bro. I mean,
Goodness.
Well, there I go again, Carroll. Kyra. I keep
Just say
messing. I gotta
KLJ.
go to speech class, man. I keep messing
No,
this man.
it's not as worse than when you call that man Mace Windu.
Man, come on now. You pun intended, fool. But
About that, DC.
what?
You wasn't
So you
joking.
really thought I went to sleep watching Star Wars and just
No,
came
I
in
actually
here?
went back to that show, and when you first did it, you wasn't joking about it.
Oh, so when I was calling the man West a 1 and a 2 and a Windu,
No,
like,
not that. You
come
call
on,
him
man.
Mace Windu.
Yeah, the dude off of Star Wars.
Okay,
Come on, man.
all right, go ahead, brother.
Get with the times, bro.
All right, I will. We finished that. We're gonna jump into the preview of the Washington Wizards game because not really too much to cover with this one.
I was just trying to tell you, you worrying about what Eric Bledsoe make. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Them $18 million is for
DC
stuff he
getting
did
paid
in the
by this
past.
man. This is so unlike DC to be talking like this about
This is
Bledsoe.
that
This
is
is a
for
layup.
that is for stuff he did in the past.
This is
We
a
all
layup.
know
I'm throwing you a
contracts
layup to
reflect your
slam.
past production. And he a vet. That man got 12, 13 something years in the league. Your money go up, Q, when you stay in the league longer. You know, James Johnson is making a lot of money, but you don't hear us talking about that.
You're not gonna talk about James Johnson, DC. He had 13 points and 5 rebounds in 28 minutes.
Yeah,
He
tonight.
He was doing the majority of the rest of the games. He getting paid woefully less than what Bledsoe is getting, but I'm saying
He had 0 points the other night and didn't come back out after halftime. But we love him.
Okay, DC is really going off the deep end tonight. All right, let's go to the next preview of the
Tired of y'all hating on Bledsoe, man. It's getting old. We've been beating the hell out of Bledsoe, man.
See?
He's been rolling over this man with cars and dump trucks and burning rubber on his head.
I wonder why. Why is that?
I just wanted to give him a break for one night. Just one night. Then I'm gonna get back on my bullshit. But just one night. I wanted to give him a break. Damn.
Give him a break.
We ain't lose because of him tonight. Just leave him alone tonight, please.
27 points from Williamson. DC got the check and uncashed it. 27 points from Williamson, leading the season series. 9 points a game. Rebounds by Steven Adams.
Jay Black trying to throw Steven Adams in the mix, bro. You know, I ain't never had no problems with Steven Adams, man. I don't care what his stats look like. The season Zion having, Steven Adams. Brandon Ingram, them 24 points a game, Steven Adams. I know you see that high, what you call that when they run the ball off and then he run that pick or he rolls. Our whole offense is kind of Steven Adams is involved in the first play every goddamn time. And he gets a ton of offensive rebounds, does all the dirty work that nobody don't want to do. The only problem you got Steven Adams is he ain't gonna get over 8 to 10 points.
Right. He ain't gonna give you not every night. He's not
got
gonna
the most screen assists in the league.
Yeah, he ain't
you
gonna
know
give
what I'm
you.
saying? He does a lot.
I would
27 million? No, but what we paying him next year, 17 million, he worked every penny.
I would love for if Steven Adams did average 14 and 10 a night. I would really love that. That's just not. I really wish that would be his thing. You know, rebounding is easy for him, but I really wish he would give us, 12 or 14 points a contest. That would really help us out. On nights like this when, people like Bleeding Sore or a few other people tend to struggle offensively speaking because we still don't have Lonzo's missing and AW is out. So we need Chief Bleeding Sore to step up and play the game, man.
He ain't built like that.
I hear you. So big ups to the rest of the Pelicans. Thank you, Jay Black, for that comment. Lenny Joseph, big ups to you. What's up, brother Joggy? Big ups to you as well. And all the family members, thank y'all for chiming in. We're going to get through the preview of the Washington matchup. Pelicans 25-30, 3-game winning streak snapped. They're taking on Washington 20-33 in Washington a couple of days from now. Like I said, Zion's top scorer with just under 27 points per contest. Steven Adams, 9 a game. Alonzo is the top assist man with just under 6 per contest. Their top star there is Bradley Beal, 31 points per game, 48.5% shooting from the field. Westbrook is the top assist man, averages just under 11 assists. And according to this, they're saying he's the top rebounder, averaging just under 11 rebounds per contest. So Westbrook is healthy and will be in this matchup, obviously. As you see, the injury report with Nunnally listed as day-to-day, but he did play in the matchup. Lonzo is out in a W, is expected to be out. We know Josh Hart's going to be out. And Washington has Jordan Bell listed as day-to-day, who's their backup center. You look at the Pelicans average, 114.7, while giving up 115.1. That damn number never moved. 48.2 on the field goal percentage, 46.7 on the rebound, never goes nowhere. 26 flat on the assist, 4.4
wait, no Q. Our points
7.4.
points per game was 114.6.
I'm talking about against 115 point. That never goes nowhere.
It used to be 0.3 at one point in time. It was 115.3. We making progress.
I got you on that.
Huh?
5-5 the last 10 contests. Washington 113.6 average per game, giving up 120.2 would explain why they only won 20 games. That's just ridiculous. 46.7 field goal percentage, 44.2 on the rebounds, 25 flat assists, 3.7 on the block, 7.1 on the steals. And they did win the last contest against Sacramento by against Utah by 4, 125, 121. They are 5-5 the last 10 contests. And as you see, the Pelicans did beat them in the first matchup, 124-106. This will be the final one here, and I think we should be able to get this one. Pelicans are currently 25-30, still 5 back of 500. That elusive 500 animal is something else for us. Washington in the Southeast are basically a lottery team, 20-33. There are 3 games from the cellar with Orlando, a very bad Orlando team. And of course, we look at the Wizards statistics to get more of an insight of what their team is. You see Bradley Beal sitting on the top, averaging 31 points flat. And you see Russell Westbrook averaging just under 22 points per contest while averaging almost 11 rebounds per game. This guy's averaging a triple-double. He averages 22 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, and 11 assists per game. He's averaging a triple-double. Again, he's just awesome, but, you know.
We couldn't just overpay for him.
Right. I mean, I would take him over Eric Bledsoe. I mean, you know, whatever. Anyway, but that's some of the top people you see. Bill Westbrook are the top people. I think Thomas Bryant, I don't know if he's playing in there or not.
I
so these are the top
hurt, I thought he tore his ACL or something.
Yeah, I think it might be right here because I got the depth chart up here. It's Russell Westbrook. A couple days from now, Westbrook, Bill are the guys. And, of course, you see Denny in the middle there with Hachimura and Alex Lynn are the starters. And then off the bench, you see Raul Neto, Garrison Matthews, Hutchinson, Davis Bertans, the former Spur, Robin Lopez, who's been on 1,000 teams, and then, you know, a few other guys there. So DC Pelicans lose to the Knicks. We're gonna get some revenge on the Knicks. We just got to go to New York and take it to them coming up real soon. But what do we think about this Washington game? This should be a win, right?
It should be, but I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna be a tough out. This isn't the same team that we played last time.
Yes.
Washington has actually been surging, and they've been stringing together some wins here and there. As you can see, Russ is averaging a triple-double. He back on his shit from 2 or 3 seasons ago. So Bradley Beal is scoring like 30 points a game. Rui Hachimura is also a very good player. Plays defense, does a lot of dirty work. Actually can score too. Alex Lynn is a center that can score. He's not going to give you a lot of defense. I don't know a lot about the rookie, Denny. I haven't been hearing much about him, but we gotta bring our lunch pail, man. They not gonna roll over. We're going to play them at home. This could turn into a shootout if we ignore our defensive principles that we've established over the last 10 games. That's right. I'm holding the Pels accountable for the last 10 games or so. The defense looked different, so I'm hoping they can keep that standard up. What is that?
Hold Bledsoe accountable as well.
I do hold him accountable. I was just giving him a break. He got a sick day today, bro. You know.
No such thing.
Well, when you go to work, sometimes every once in a while you get an off day, bro. We've been banging on Bledsoe head for not 7.
And I wonder why we've been banging on Bledsoe's head. I wonder why. I don't know why we just been picking on
50
him.
something games, bro.
We just been picking on him for no reason at all.
Man, I remember one game he actually played good, and we still was talking about him.
Not
We
me. I
talking
gave him
bad
a break
about
that
him, bro.
game because that's what I want him to do. I want him to play well. You know,
Right,
and
right.
if your three's not falling, you've got to attack the cup. And
Right.
Bledsoe is a very strong guard, and he can get to that. He can get to the cup, and he can draw the contact. He can go to the line and hit the free throw.
Another reason I wanted to give him a break, y'all think is he put some money in my bank account.
He did.
But really, Bledsoe, I think we think he's a lot more tough, I guess, mentally than maybe he is. I don't know. He seemed like he get down on himself, man. Like his confidence wavers.
It does.
He'll have games where he plays well, you know what I'm saying, and people encourage him, and he'll play decent. Like Bledsoe had a stretch when Lonzo got banged up the first time before he came back. Bledsoe had about a four game stretch where he played. It was like, okay, I don't feel like I'm getting $18 million worth of production, but we can make this work for the rest of the season. And then Lonzo came back, and he fell off a cliff again. And I don't know, man. Maybe some positive affirmations and reinforcement. We done tried everything else, Big Q. Let's try to do something different, man. We keep telling Stan Van Gundy to do something different. Maybe we need to change up our critique.
Maybe we need to call that voodoo priest that Sean Payton used several times to perform rituals in the dome and bring them into the arena, because obviously we missed something,
man. We need to do something. We lost IT, y'all. That's why I can't beat on Bledsoe like that. We ain't got nothing else. He here. Ain't no help for nobody to play better to put him out the lineup with Lonzo all banged up like that. We gotta like it. We can't. I know we don't love it. We're never gonna love it, but we gotta like it. He's here. He's here to stay for the duration of the season. And no matter how bad we talk about him, he's gonna be out there when they say, "And now announcing," he coming out. Probably the first one out, but he coming out every game. So we're going to have to do something to get used to it. And guess who's going to be guarding Westbrook on Friday? You got it. Ding, ding, ding. So I'm just hoping he plays better. Them 6 points. Come on, I'm going to be real. That is horrible. But we got to look for, keep looking. I've been looking to look for the silver lining. Go do it one more time. Go ahead, look up. There you go. Find that silver lining, Big Q. Find it. It is up there. I'm telling you, it's up there. So, in order to beat the Wizards, man, we obviously gonna need a better game from Bled. We could start there. Zion is pretty much automatic at this point, man. It's almost it's becoming surreal. You know, tonight was it was a good game for him, you know, borderline mediocre by his lofty standards. And he had 28, 8 and 7 and 2 blocks and he played all right. The dude was amazing. So Zion gonna do what he do. BI he getting back into the groove of things. We see that ISO. I know y'all saw y'all ISO Joe in the chat somewhere. We see ISO BI, you know, he was getting busy tonight, but ISO BI don't usually turn into wins for us. I'm sorry, I don't, at this point in the season, unless BI just not missing at all, I don't know if I want to see him with more shots than Zion, just being honest. He only took like 2 or 3 more. But he was taking a lot of tough shots tonight. I get it though, because they was playing Zion pretty tough. But he gonna have to show up against Washington, man. We gonna need our dynamic duo. Gonna need a 60 point performance out of them, bro. Because Westbrook and Bill coming here. They coming here to play. And don't forget, last time we played Bill, man, Bill damn near scored 50 points on us. I think it was 48? Or he might have scored 50.
I think he scored he put up 46 or something like that. It was something up there.
It was a frustrating 46 because he was pissed.
Yeah, but he was fighting his ass off.
Yeah,
man.
he was the only one on the team still fighting, man. I still remember that damn picture they had of him sitting on the bench like this, 40-something points. He was just like, what more can I do? You know what I'm saying? But he got Westbrook there rocking with him, man, and this ain't gonna be no tough out. So we're gonna need our dynamic duo to do what they do, and we're gonna need some more production on the perimeter. I'm telling y'all right now, so y'all know my Cash App ain't been paid by Bledsoe. No, if we don't get no production out of him against the Wizards, bro, I gotta put it on his head because we need him, man. Unless Lonzo Ball is gonna come back, we're gonna need Bledsoe because they gonna hit us with some threes, man. I mean, they gonna come and do their thing on the perimeter, bro. We ain't stopping Bill. I don't see it. Maybe Najee Marshall can slow him down a little bit, but we need Bledsoe, man. Y'all stop talking about him like that. The chat. Why we gotta go to Jamaica, bro? They got stocks right here in America. I'm fully invested in the Pelicans.
They got a Jamaican Pelican down there. It's a soccer team. Or they might have rebranded them a Jamaican bobsled team. Either or, I think it's the case.
Q,
but anyway,
you know goddamn well ain't nobody else in the world gonna name a team the Pelicans but us.
They got other Pelican. They got a minor league
but
team.
Mr. Benson is the only one.
They got Pelicans. They got a minor league. They had I think it's in Florida. They had a minor league team called the Pelicans out there, and they were, according to what I was reading, they were actually pretty decent. So you're wrong, sir. Anyway,
team, they minors, man. That's like children.
You got before you get to a major, you got to be a minor, right?
Under 21 as team, man. They minors.
All right, the question Desmond asked. Let me see if I can pull Desmond's question up. We'll get a few.
Rob talking about your infamous beef patties, Q.
Man, listen, Rob, bro. Look, bro, they good, brother. What can I tell you? Anyway, this Desmond says, I got a question for Q and DC. If we make the play in, but we don't make the clause, will it be?
You know I set you up, huh? Because he said Bledsoe sent that to me. Big Q ate him, Rob. You heard him, Rob. Big Q ate him.
So he paid you with Jamaican patties instead of money, huh? You still one up in this dude. He ain't even paid you with cash, man.
I don't eat beef patties, man. I don't eat that.
So he sent you the wrong currency. You're supposed to tell him veggie patties.
He went to your house. He said he needed some motivation. He's been paying you to talk trash about him.
He's a fool, and because he don't know who he's dealing with, I'll tell you what. All right, Desmond says, he says, if we make the play in, but we don't make the playoffs, will it still be a good season?
If we don't make the playoffs?
If we make the play in, but not the playoffs.
I would say yeah. Based on what we've seen, we've seen a lot of growth from our young players. Obviously, that would be a letdown and be a little bit of a disappointment. But it'll get you a better draft pick. You really gotta think about that too. And you'll also know exactly what you need. And you've been seeing this team in a higher pressure situation than just the regular season. And they'll also get, some semblance of experience in a playoff type atmosphere. So I still would consider it a success. Not by much, though.
Well, I wouldn't consider it a success, to be honest. Thank you for the question, Desmond. I wouldn't consider it a success because, listen, bro, for the Pelicans to be taken serious among the region, the city wants to see success. And the Pelicans haven't been in the playoffs since the 2017-2018 season, I want to say. That's the last time. This team has 2 All-Stars, and they're 2 of the, I would say, NBA's top 15, top 25 players in Zion and BI are in the top 25. Let's say out of all the players and some of the top players in the top 25 or so, we have 2 young All-Stars that are dominant. That means that this team should be a playoff team as well. We have a decent set of role players behind them. Steven Adams is not a chump. Bledsoe's struggling offensively speaking, but defensively he's decent. And we have enough pieces, meaning the 3 first-round draft picks that we took, which is Zion, NAW, and Jackson, 2 of which are stepping up. And when NAW was healthy, he was stepping it up. Lonzo Ball is having his best year as a pro. So when he comes back, Josh Hart was balling out of control before he got hurt. So I throw all that in the same. Plus the moves made after the trade deadline, bringing in James Johnson, Wes Iwundu, and also even IT. And I don't know nothing about this Nunnerly guy, but the reality is that at least making moves to say, okay, listen, we need to get this team to the playoffs. Prior to the deadline, they were just winging it. Whatever, we gonna wait. But they made several moves post trade deadline to get the team in the playoffs. So yes, I would consider it a not a success, or I wouldn't consider it worth anything if we became a lottery team again, because the Pelicans they have to get in the playoffs, and we have to fix the defense and the rotation. Now we added the pieces. We have to get the bench rotation going so we can give our stars the rest that they need to carry the team. It's as much as that. That's just being real. But
a good way to do that, Big Q?
What would you recommend, DC?
Your draft pick.
So you can do what? So you can draft for somebody else? Is that what you're gonna say? What's up, Jockey?
Nah, if they draft in the top 10, top 5. That pick ain't going nowhere. I don't think they trading that one back unless it's coming with an all-star player.
Mike said the Myrtle Beach Pelicans in your face, DC. You should know.
All right,
about
I
that.
was all right. I was wrong.
You should know about that. How wrong are you to not to know about the Myrtle Beach Pelicans?
I was wrong.
That isn't that going in that.
I don't live in Myrtle Beach. I mean, damn, give me a break.
But you got to go, from Florida.
I went to Myrtle Beach. I just don't live there. I ain't
got to go
from
Florida to go.
I ain't seen no damn Pelican out there in Myrtle Beach. Seen one goddamn Pelican. The hell they named their team the Pelicans for? They ain't got no Pelicans out there. I see Pelicans on the causeway all the time. Seen none in Myrtle.
Yeah, I do see Pelicans on the causeway too. I see them sitting on those little buildings in between there. All right, tell me about it. What's up? So we need to change the name of the team to the NOLA Bounce.
NOLA Bounce, that's cute. The NOLA Bounce. The NOLA Bounce.
What?
Well, I was trying to do my best bounce impersonation. I couldn't.
Okay.
But damn, I know what we're gonna play for halftime. We only got one selection of music, that's for sure. I don't get what's so funny. That's clearly a kiwi in there. It's a kiwi.
It's island fruit, man. What you talking about, man?
Man, they got kiwis in Winn-Dixie. That's a Louisiana store. Talking about island fruit.
You know what the hell that was, because you admit you knew exactly what it was.
She said, Bledsoe gave me a barrel of coconuts. That's funny.
Y'all are awesome, man. Let DC have it for taking money for trying to protect Bledsoe.
Man, somebody got to tell the truth here, man.
I told y'all. He's a Rastafarian, y'all. Doggy said Big Q. Facts. Griffin making moves on and DC making good points about utilizing what we got. Thank you, Joggy, and big ups to you, fam. Mr. 100 says Joe can shoot. He talking about Joe Johnson. I think Joe Johnson was playing in Ice Cube's
man, he won a championship.
Lighting it up too.
Man, he was lighting it up.
He can still play. I don't know, defensive wise, I don't know if he can still play the deep, but he can still shoot that ball. Joe will knock your eyes out. All right. So with that being,
what DJ talking about, man?
Report. He said
DC report.
He says, ask DC, do he want to go to the game?
Well, as we all know, DC is not a proponent of the vaccination. I ain't getting that shit.
That ain't got nothing to do with it, bro.
I don't think they're gonna let me in the stadium because I ain't getting the test neither.
They're not saying that you have to get the shot to go to the game, DC.
I got to get the test to go to the game. I don't know.
You got to get tested, but that's just a swab or something, I think, or they just pointed at your head or something like that and test you.
I feel like it's like playing Russian roulette, bro. I'm good. I ain't putting my money on red or black. I'm all right.
So you telling DJ?
I continue to go to the Pelicans games when we go back to normalcy. That's when I'll be at the Pelicans games.
When will that be, my
maybe
friend?
I don't know, man. Maybe we can have an event where we make it a thing for some of the flock and all us to get together and go to a Pelicans game.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, man. Probably work on that once thing. We was working on something before all this stuff started jumping off and acting crazy. We was putting together a sports coma shindig for the family members, but
Aren't we supposed to? Yeah, we're supposed to do that with the Saints, right?
right. And when this stuff popped
COVID
out, it
hit.
kind of messed everything up. Yeah. Yep. So, with that being said, fam, man, listen, I appreciate y'all chiming in. Much love to the entire flock there. Demon says, hey, Q and DC, I've been watching y'all amazing show from my fellow New Orleans, but where y'all from in the city? I'm from Uptown, 3rd Ward. I salute y'all,
All
homie.
right, baby.
DC
With that
is from
damn shout out, brother.
DC.
I'm
You
from
tell
the
her where you
island.
from?
I'm from the island of the West Marrero.
Of West
dog.
Jamaica?
Nah, Marrero all day.
They got one down there, Marrero, Jamaica.
Anybody in the city, they know Marrero. You gotta
All
deal
right.
with your foolishness. Where you at? Where
I'm
you
from
at? Like the
y'all,
old ass lady from the Boost mobile commercial.
You
Where
better get out of here. I what Gail told that dude. That dude tried to call Jack Gail, and she did that, the grandma thing. You better get out of here.
You forgetting one thing, Q.
What?
Gail been in New Orleans, bro. She had that 357 in her hand when she told him. You
Man.
know everybody grandma had
Man,
a 357.
she didn't need that 357. She told him, you better get out of here. And he closed the door. He closed the door and ran off. But now I'm from the 9, bro, from the lower 9th ward. So much love to you, Damon.
Man,
From
that
the
boy said
3rd,
they got
man. Big
dogs.
ups
They
to you,
got
fam.
dogs sniffing for COVID. The dogs could smell COVID now. That's a new.
Who told you that? Nola Clap. What's up, Justice Sample? Big ups,
Tell
man.
me about it. 504.
They got a sniffing. What?
They got
For
a
real?
dog sniffing COVID. They got a. I heard about a COVID. You heard about the COVID team? They putting together COVID teams.
It's a lot of stuff going on, DC.
Yeah. Little insecure people running around talking about get 6 feet away.
You better get out of here. You don't have a vaccine. You better get out of here. You don't wear your mask. You better get out of here. Gail everywhere. There's just many Gales popping up all over the place.
Oh,
You trying to
man.
get in the stadium. Yeah, ma'am, I'm trying to watch the game. You don't have a mask. Did you get your shot? No, ma'am, I ain't get the shot. Well, you better get out of here. Just Gales every damn well. Just every damn way. You better get out of here. All right, Gail, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm sorry, Miss
All right,
Gail.
that's pretty funny, bro.
I got to go, Gail. I got you, baby. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I'm not gonna get that concoction. But anyway, big ups to the flock. Thank y'all for chiming in on this edition of the Pelican post game report. We had a little fun, even though it was a game that we didn't get the best, but still in all, family, we're gonna still enjoy each other and come here and have some fun and have some laughs and still be able to keep a lighthearted spirit about our Pelicans. We know we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to avenge the Knicks in a few days. We're going to handle business with Washington. We're going to take care of business with the Knicks, and we're going to catch up, and we're going to get into the playoffs. So just enjoy the ride. It's a little bit tenuous right now with us keep losing and falling short of 500. But ultimately, I think we're going to get close and we're going to eventually elapse and get into the playoffs. And then the next year, baby, we can build on the successes of being a perennial playoff team. It's what I see. And that gets the respect of the region, because remember the last time when we were in that arena and you seen that sea of red, Pelican red, when we was in there for that playoff matchup, and the whole region was electrified by the Pelicans being in the playoffs. Y'all remember that? I know it was a few years ago, but that's going to be a steady thing. This team will be a perennial playoff team starting this year, and for every year Zion and BI is together as we continue to build forward. Eventually, we'll move Eric Bledsoe off of the team in time, but the Pelicans will be a perennial team. It's going through little roughs, bumps, and bruises, but my mentality is that we will get it. We will win. So with that being said, man, we're gonna dirk on that.
Wait.
To you.
Yeah, Big Q. You gotta tell the people where you from, man. You brother came here, told you 3rd Ward, Reverend Marrero.
Man,
you told him, man, you better get out of here. You bust that on him.
I told him, DC said, you ain't listening, brother. You ain't listening. I told him, man, I'm from the 9th Ward.
I heard was you better get out of here.
That's all you wanted.
That's all I heard, dog.
You still laughing at
That's pretty funny.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Damn it. Yeah, me and TJ from the same. Matter of fact, that's And I didn't even know that about TJ. I was talking to him, off air, and I was like, "Man, where you from, TJ?" And he said, "Man, I'm from the Lower Ninth Ward." I said, "From where?" And he told me the street. It was like 2 streets from me. So it turns out that me and him from the same neighborhood. And I was like, "That's why." Well, I mean, it don't matter if you from the same neighborhood or not, but if you good people going, they're gonna work together, they're gonna click up. And that's why, yeah, we from the same side of things, man. Good dude, man. Got a lot of love for old TJ, man. All right. Big ups to the rest of the Go ahead, DC.
Yeah, as far as the Pels, man, on the business side of things, I know they lost tonight, and we're not happy about that. But we really got to put things in perspective and kind of gauge this team based on where they were and where they're heading. Still understand that Lonzo Ball and NAW aren't playing. That's really 2 big pieces for us. Look at them defensively. We are seeing an improvement defensively. We know if we got all our pieces, we ain't got no problems on offense. Even without our pieces, we have a lot of nights where we don't have no problems on offense. So long as I see steady progression and growth, win or lose, we gotta be not content with it, but we gotta kind of put things in perspective and be appreciative of it. I say that because I wouldn't say we should be happy with it. But I think the Pelicans are headed in the right direction, honestly. I mean, they're not far away. The Warriors are definitely trying to turn it up a notch. They could feel us nipping at their heels. But the Pelicans, to me, I don't think they can be stopped. And as this goes on and teams start experimenting, trying different ways to slow down Zion, you're gonna see his teammates start to pick things up. Guys are gonna start to play better. Even Eric Bledsoe, But the whole process of it I think it's starting to come together a little, or we're at least seeing it what it could have looked like if they had an off season. Now, can you imagine if the Pelicans started the season playing like this and they were able to grow even further? That'd have been something real nice. But we'll probably have to hope they can start a lot better next season. But season ain't over yet. We definitely can make the plan and make the playoffs. This team has a lot of potential. We're very young. They make a lot of mistakes that are correctable. Like a lot of mistakes they're making aren't for, I guess, a lack of trying or a lack of talent or basically they just don't know some things, man, and they're trying to figure it out. Lineups have been changing. We're adding new guys. Najee Marshall is playing significant minutes for the first time, which pisses me off, and obviously DJ, because he been talking about the G League guy. But Nigel Marshall, when we got him, I thought that guy had a lot of potential. I think Q even mentioned it too. Like, why aren't we playing him? We should, man, pull a guy up from the G, play him. Like, what are we waiting for? And you see what he giving you. What if we would have been playing him? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But we're gonna get to see what they do against the Wizards. I believe we're gonna go ahead and get this victory. But I think this one's gonna be a little bit of a back and forth. I think we're gonna be putting up some buckets in this one. We're gonna get back to the 120 style of basketball, and then we got to go face them Knickerbockers again, man. So hopefully in Madison Square Garden we turn it up a notch and go ahead and tie them 1-1. Then it's on to the Nets, and then we got who was it? Didn't we have another easy team, Q? Or what we perceive as easy? Ain't nothing. Ain't no team really easy with the Pelicans.
I'm gonna put the schedule on the screen right quick.
Yeah, put it up there. But the Pels, man, they're making strides here and there. I'm just really curious to see what this looks like when we get Josh Hart back, when we get an NAW back, when we get Alonzo Ball back, and we're able to mix in a Najee Marshall and a James Johnson somewhere. Man, I'm telling you, we can be very dangerous. It's really all that they need is just playing time and time together to be able to get the consistency to go ahead and figure it out. Then we play Orlando. Yeah, we play Orlando after Brooklyn. Then you got San Antonio. You got the Clippers there. Denver ain't the same team. I don't know if y'all know Jamal Murray done tore his ACL. That's gonna look like a totally different team without him. Still good nonetheless. Oklahoma, Minnesota. You got Golden State twice. Philly again. Charlotte, Memphis. This ain't a tough schedule, family. This is not a tough schedule. You know. Then what we finishing it out with Memphis, Dallas, and Golden State. Very winnable games. Very winnable games. The Pelicans can get 10 or so wins out of this thing. You know, obviously they ain't gonna win every game, but they can get 10 wins out of everything we just pointed out. And I think that'd be more than enough for us to get to the play-in. Once they get to the play-in, though, that's when things are gonna get interesting because obviously teams are gonna try to do what the Knicks did us tonight. You know, the way they guarded Zion, I think is something we need to look at, study, get guys prepared for, and be able to beat that. I think he probably needs to work on it. That little jump shot we saw him shoot again tonight. He didn't make it tonight, but he needs to get kind of prepared for that, man, because that's how everybody's gonna try to guard him if they think it's successful. And I know a lot of his free throws are short. Zion looks like he's getting a little tired. No, maybe the point guard thing is making him spend a lot more energy. But if we have Alonzo Ball back, or at least an NAW, that also will relieve some of that playmaking duty on him. And man, I'm very optimistic. I see that we lost, but I see a lot of positives with this team for what they can be. It's potential nonetheless. Can't fall in love with potential, but I really believe that they're gonna meet or exceed it.
17 games remaining in the season. 17-1-7. The next 5 contests are going to be interesting matchups. Washington on the road against Washington on Friday. Sunday, matinee game in New York on ESPN. Then, of course, Tuesday, Brooklyn matchup will be in the Smoothie King Center. Then they travel 1-game road trip to Orlando. Then they come home for 2 for San Antonio and the Clippers. And then they close out the month of April with road trips to Denver and OKC. So, you know, and it's part of a 3-game road stand. Minnesota is on May Day. And then, of course, the Pelicans come home to 2 back-to-back matchups with the Golden State Warriors in the Smoothie King Center. But the good news about this schedule is it does look difficult with 17 games remaining, but you don't get a back-to-back until the Denver and OKC matchups on the 28th and 29th. So it's 2-day breaks in each matchup, which should give the Pelicans an opportunity to rest up. So the Washington game should be a win. They should be able to beat the New York Knicks, and they'll have a tough matchup with Brooklyn. Hopefully we start getting Lonzo back. I don't know what the timetable is on. Maybe by the 20th, perhaps.
At some point.
He got to.
By the Clippers game. If we get him back by the Clippers game, that'd be right on time.
Right. So we'll see how it all shakes, man. But this is the schedule heading into the final 17 games of the regular season. The Pelicans have some tough matchups. They have Golden State 3 times within that span of games as well. Mm-hmm. So we have to take care of business, man. And we can't have it easy all the time. You're going to have to beat some good teams to get into the playoffs because you didn't take care of business during the season. And that's just a part of it that we can't get away from.
Thank you for doing that right too, Big Q. You kind of covered me there, bro.
What's that?
I sped ball through them games.
Well, it's all right, bro. I mean, I got you back, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
But that's the reality, man, is that we're going to be fine. And like I said, they're not a completed work just yet. The Pelicans are learning how to win in spurts. And imagine when everybody comes back, and you eventually will get these guys back. You will get Josh Hart back. You're going to get Josh Hart back. You're going to get Lonzo back. You're going to get a rotation where you'll see BI and Zion sit down, and you're going to eventually get the bench rotation together where you see Jackson Hayes playing at the 5, James Johnson playing the 4. 3 is, Josh Hart will be there, or Najee Marshall, however the fit goes. And then, of course, you'll see NAW and KLJ, hopefully, at that position. Hopefully the Pelicans do re-sign IT just to have them as a playoff push. Mm-hmm. So, right, insurance, if somebody's struggling, you won't go to that veteran IT who's been in that situation before. So, like I said, I think the Pelicans do make the playoffs. It's going to be an adventure to get down there, man. But I think eventually we will we will make it, man. We're going to get those guys back and we're going to be fine. I just want to let y'all know that. So with that said, we're going to tip out on that. And I appreciate all the family members for joining us on this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. I hope you guys had fun, in this edition. Like I said, we lost, but listen, we still going to have a good time, baby. We still going to talk our talk, and we still going to have fun. We still going to do our thing. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next Pelican Post Game Report coming up in a couple days as we get the win against the Washington Wizards. It's going to be a tough one with Westbrook and Beal together, but listen, that's what it's about. You got to be good. You got to be some tough teams, to be able to tough players anyway, to be able to get to them playoffs. So we got to make our stuff known. That's so right. With that being said, Damon says, real ish. I agree with Q. The Pels, very young team. I said it on another show, the Pelicans will be yes, and I think you thank you for that, Damon. I think telling me about it. So we need shooters. Well, that's the thing. We build on the back of this season. You know what I'm saying? We build on the back of the season. We get into the playoffs this year, and I really do think every year after this, the Pelicans, as long as Zion, BI are healthy and together, this team will be in the playoffs. Now, we just saying playoffs. We're not talking about winning no championships. That's in time as they add pieces to the Pelicans, whether they're drafting guys or either they're trading those first-round selections for pieces that fit with what they got going on. So regardless or not, we rich with resources of draft picks and talent. We just need to put it together, and I think we'll do that in these next 17 games. So with that said, I'd like to thank all y'all for chiming in. Please feel free to hit the like button if you didn't hit the like button.
Thank y'all.
If you enjoyed the show, please feel free to share the show in your social media. Helps out the platform exponentially. And hit the notification bell for future content. So like I said, we appreciate y'all for popping in here and chiming in on this thing. And DC, you want to do the honors?
Oh, hell yeah, I got to do them tonight. Got a special message. And for anybody come roll up on you talking trash about your Pelicans and Eric Bledsoe, you tell them in a New Orleans flocking accent, get the flock out of here. Go flock yourself.
All right, DC, with attitude with that one, man. That was a little cocky, braggadocious attitude with him on that one. All right, so with that being said, appreciate y'all for chiming in. We'll holler at y'all later. Y'all, peace. Good show, DC. I'll talk to you later, brother. Peace.
All right, brother.